Well guys, TF2 is over. Nein, warte mal. Das fängt ja gut an. Well guys, 2016 is finally over, and what a mess it has been. I think everyone is happy that it's finally over. So many things have happened, so many things that people wish to forget. But I'm not gonna let that happen, oh no. I'm joined here by my friend, the Scout. No really you guys, it's totally him, he's totally right next to me right now. And we are going to recap everything that has happened in TF2 this year. Because if we wanna look forward to the next year, we have to look backwards to the old year. Well then, let's begin! The year started pretty well with the Borneo exploit. Players were able to cap the last point by dropping a weapon through the point. They'll fix it later on the 29th of February, even though they quote-unquote fixed it a year earlier. But there was also an exploit where engineers could get outside the map and place sentries near the blue spawn. Then on the 27th of January, Valve released the TF2 competitive beta group on Steam. Everyone was hyped. The TF2 community wanted competitive for so long, and finally Valve showed some interest. This could mean a new future. TF2 was becoming a real esport. People would take it more seriously. It might even get some sponsored tournaments like in Dota or CSGO. And then from the 3rd to the 4th of March, there were the first competitive stress tests. Players could finally play competitive mode in TF2 for the first time. It was very stressful, as you can see in my older video, but it looked really promising and it was lots of fun. There were some issues like crashes, but that's okay, that's what stress tests are about. They're about seeing how much stress the system can handle. After that, they started handing out the first beta passes for competitive mode. With those, you could finally play competitive mode with other people who also had the pass, and you didn't have to wait for any stress tests. They also started handing out some beta invites, which you could give to your friends so that they could also play with you. I got mine on the 20th of March. Thanks Medley20! Well, more and more passes dropped. Competitive mode was inching closer with every single day. It wasn't perfect, granted, it had lots of issues, but people were giving feedback and everyone was hyped. And then on the 11th of June, VJill, a developer of the TF2, made a face punch post. The next update is gonna be Nido. The hype went through the roof. It just had to be the comp update. It was finally coming. What could possibly go wrong? Well, how about you tell them, Totally Real Scout, who's sitting right next to me right now?
Alright, yeah, thanks for handing me the mic, buddy. Let's see. Meet Your Match gets released July 7th. Now, the main focus of this is the output of competitive mode. Unfortunately, to make way for competitive mode, they had to break pretty much everything else in the game. Meaning casual mode is there, casual mode is broken at first, everything's broken at first, and pubs, boom, in the trash can. Right in the freaking trash can, man. That is ridiculous. Comp is a disaster. Abandoning at the end of a comp round broke everybody's rank. Casual mode was a disaster. Casual mode had an abandon penalty. There were graphical restrictions, bugs, all this crazy crap. Now, I'm going to add in here. They broke almost all the cool weapons. The Bison, which used to be able to hit multiple people, lost that ability, and with it lost any hope that anyone would ever play it. The Brass Beast had a nerf, the Natasha had a nerf, and pretty much they're all useless now. Although the Brass Beast I still see when I'm out running around in, quote-unquote pubs. I'll still see a Brass Beast or a Natasha. I do not see any Bisons, however. Hackers start queuing together in competitive mode, and they can just run free. You can't kick them, you can't do anything about them, they're there, they're square, and they are annoying as hell, let me tell you. New support for demos come out, along with a view model min mode. Demo Man is not getting support, no, but demos, like recording things, like what Blue does, like what Nilst had people do, people do that. Finally, the focus that everybody was reeling about, Heavy versus Pyro. Basically, two characters that need one hell of an update done to both of them, and they make you choose. You choose one, and whoever wins gets the update. You know how Valve is with updating things. Alright, what about you, man? I'm gonna hand it back to you.
Yeah, Totally Real Scout, who's definitely sitting next to me right now. That sure was a lot of things. I'm glad we're having this totally real conversation right now, because you're right next to me. Well, on October 21st, Valve released the Halloween update. They had said previously that they didn't want to work on the update because they wanted to focus on the Pyro update and make it as good as possible. So they just recycled some old content, like the cases and the contracts. The problem being that the contracts didn't even work for the first 3 days for most people. Good job, Valve. They also added some new Halloween maps, 2 of them being absolute garbage if I may be honest, and some new cosmetics, a taunt unusually fire, which basically turns taunts unusual, as the name suggests. They also doubled the unusual unbox rate, which was pretty nice, but overall the update was pretty much just subpar. From the 4th to the 18th November were the Sexy Awards. It was pretty standard, nothing special, some good submissions overall. I also participated, I even got nominated, but I ended up not winning. I'm not salty about that. I'm not salty. Are you salty? I'm not salty. No, I'm not salty. Are you? Then on the November 21st, Valve introduced a new jungle theme for maps, which map makers could use in their own maps, as well as hinting at a new map that they're working on which was using the theme. Valve also changed the way that community updates were going to be handled in the future. The community could suggest a theme, then Valve would pick the theme, and then the creators could submit stuff that fits the theme. But that's not all, is it, Scout? Could you tell us what happened next?
Okay, yeah, and on a side note, Smithmas came out. Yeah, totally. Smithmas. No new weapons, no new maps, just a couple of festivizers, which I'll welcome, you know? I wanted to festivize some cool stuff. A few hats from the community, no naughty and nice crates. Casual was, you know, quote-unquote fixed. No more rematch vote, but a map vote after the map changes. So basically, you know, you finish the round and you vote for your new map. However, whenever this happened, only players from that server could join. It wouldn't put in new players. So basically you'd have a map just dwindled down to nothing. New ping options. I guess that means how you check your ping and stuff like that. I don't freaking know. Volunteer system instead of auto balance. Basically, you had the option to volunteer. You could say, hey, I'll be a good guy and go to the other team, but if you died, you were still forced into the other team. I had this happen a couple times myself. I mean, it gave you the option to be good, but that's about, you know, it's about it. You do it either way.
That's all fine and good, but the problem is that the volunteer system was absolutely bugged. For starters, the announcer lines didn't even change when you were swapping teams. So if you went from the blue team to the red team, you would still hear the announcer for the blue team. Aside from that, the color in the chat and the kill feed also didn't change if you swapped teams, and you could even end up being dominated by both teams at the same time. But aside from that, the update was overall just okay-ish. It wasn't great, it wasn't awful, it was overall just alright/meh. Nothing spectacular. Basically, that was the year. It started out with something broken and it ended with something broken. Overall, not a really good year for TF2, even though it started out very well. I think that the TF2 team could have done a lot better. I can see their intentions, I can see what they were going for, but they didn't really pull off their ideas that well. But maybe they'll improve in the next year, maybe they'll listen more to the community and also actually talk back, you know, actual communication, because then that might actually lead to something good. The changes to casual near the end were pretty promising, like the new team balance system, which is actually way better than auto balance, because it actually asks you if you want to be switched and doesn't just force you, you know, so it's not annoying. It's not flawless, of course, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. But the other changes are just making casual more like quick play, which is one step forward and 2 steps back, so I don't know really. But you know what, I think I'm gonna stay open-minded and neutral. So as long as Valve communicates more, or at least tells us what they're up to, like with a blog post which I did back then, we can give feedback and Valve can apply that feedback and use it to improve the game. But aside from that, I don't really have anything left to say. Do you have anything left to say, Scout?
We're done here, right? Okay, yeah, we're done here. Sweet. We're gonna give it back to him to say the farewell.
Yeah, no, yeah, okay, that's totally great, Scout, who's sitting next to me right now. I'm glad that you came by, Scout, from TF2 PC game for free download now. I really do appreciate that. Oh, and you guys, please subscribe to his channel. He's a really cool guy, and I'm just kidding, it's obviously not the real Scout. It's my friend called Bio. He does a really nice Scout impression, which you could hear in this video, if you watch the video. If not, I'm wondering what you're doing here right now. But yeah, please do subscribe to his channel. It would mean a lot to him, and a lot to me. Oh, and also please, maybe consider subscribing to me, because, well, if you like, you know, you don't have to. But aside from that, I'm going to see you guys in 2017. Let's hope it'll be better. I mean, it can't possibly be worse, right? It can't be worse than 2016, can it? No, it can't be. It can't be worse, right? No, right? Right?